one of my good friends, Tanya. She's an older lady. She goes to church. She's like my mom, like type. I was feeling depressed, down. I've been through a lot before I came here. I was in a 19 years relationship, and I lived in Houston, Texas before I came here, and I found out that he was cheating on me. And just nothing but lies, and put me down. Been through domestic violence with him, and so I had to like pack up and leave and came here. I met a lot of new people. The positive people. I look at it like you have to change your people, places, and things. And I love going to class. I love the people that work at Project Hope. Because it like when I get depressed, it takes, when you start coloring, and it's like your mind goes somewhere else. Like a cartoon or something, like you're just somewhere else. My heart, they're my family. I love my mom and dad, okay? But I didn't get that a child attention back then. And when I came here, it's like everybody, I feel like I'm family. It's family to me. I go to, I just went to
vocational rehab.
Went up to orientation, and I go back this month to meet my counselor. So I'm happy about that.
You're excited?
Yes, because when I went to orientation, there's like 20 other people there, and they want to get off the SSI. I mean, I didn't know that it was something out there that could help you like that. I went to Bible study before, Miss Linda, my Bible study lady, the teacher that I was going to Bible study, and she asked me, do you want to ask the Lord in your heart? And when I did, I bawled, and I felt it in my heart. I noticed blessings, just little things, and that I could never stop and realize. Okay, I do have learning disabilities, so it's like her Bible study between Linda Bible study and her Bible study is totally different, because I have problems looking into the Bible pages and stuff. See, Miss Linda always put the number of the Bible, so that's why I was telling her, can you help me? And she said it's okay. So my daughter, I noticed he started like talking more about God, and before she didn't.
Why do you think that is, Holly? Why do you think?
Because her dad's side of the family, they were raised Jehovah. So,
why do you think she's talking more about God now?
But she sees there's a change. There's a change. She sees like when I said, I see like when I pray, and then I've been blessed. She sees it. I notice little things. I see, I never discovered. Like one time when I lived in the hotel, I was sitting on the curb. These ladies pulled up out of nowhere, came to me and handed me a book to read.
That was here in Ocala?
Yes. I jumped up and ran to my kids. Like,
That's
I
wonderful.
Everything's changing. I see, these ladies came from nowhere. They're willing to help. They're very, very nice people. Very nice. They'll help you if you want that help. But you gotta want that help. That I love you guys. You are family. And I meant that from the bottom of my heart. And yes, I do.
My name is Kaya McCullough. I am a resident here at Project Hope. I'm a single mom. I have 3 boys. Their names are Tobias, Tristan, and Toby. Tobias, Tristan, and Tolliver.
Yes.
All T's. I get confused with that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They are 9, 7, and 2. They mean the world to me, and they're just us and them, or me and them. I was previously in a very abusive relationship, and I had gotten pregnant with my 3rd child at the time, around 2018 or so. I had an apartment, I had, a place to live and things happening. I had gotten pregnant with my child, and at my current job that I was in, I did not have enough time to take maternity leave.
Mm-hmm.
As a single mom, and then I kind of gotten out of the relationship as well. They did take me back at the job, but then the next year, with being a new mom, having a newborn, and waking up in the morning or staying up all night, they ended up letting me go after I came back. I went 6 months without work. I lost my apartment, my car. I had to move in with my mother into a retirement community that me and my kids were not allowed to be in. And I lived with her for about 8 months. I felt hopeless most of the time, like I would never get out of this situation. I never thought that I would lose everything, and trying to regain all of that back was just so difficult for me. I started researching and looking up on Google, like housing for women and children, or for homeless women and children, and I came across a Project Hope. I reached out to the case manager at that time and spoke with her about my situation, and she let me know I could come in and put in an application. I came in, I put in an application, and she said to check in with her every day to, check where I was on the list, and I would check every single day, call her every week every week. I didn't call her every day, but every week, and check in with her and say, hey, it's Kaya again. I'm checking on my spot on the list here that you told me to check in with you, and my situation's still the same. And then I received a call that said, hey, we have a spot opening up and we can get you into the program. And it was the best call that I had gotten in a long time, honestly, and it gave me hope for my life. I had gotten a job at that time, but I still didn't have a car. Some days my mom, I was kind of sharing, I would walk to work. I would walk my kids to the bus stop. I have to drop my son off at my sister's the day before, in my mom's car. She'd go to work, and I would get up in the morning, walk my kids to the bus stop, and walk myself to work. And some days, we're talking about 2 or 3 miles, but I knew I needed the job to get to the next stage of my life. Yes. And so when Project Hope called me, it was a real hope for me. And I still remember the first day that the case manager walked me into the apartment. I mean, for what I've been through with my kids and what has happened in my life, and I could never thought in a million years that I would end up in the situation that I was in.
Kaya.
And then to be there, and for someone to give me an opportunity to get out of that with my children means so much to me. So I came in on most of the parenting, so that was helpful in kind of giving me ways that I can kind of be more present parent to my kids and kind of interact with them more, speak with them, and learn how to discipline in a way that wasn't like, in where it's effective for my children. And I still kind of think of some of those points and make sure that I try to talk to my kids every day. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard with 3 kids. I try my best to talk to them, and some days when I have a difficult day at work or something, I sometimes just want to go in my room and close the door. I try to fight that feeling to do that and stay around them and let them know that I'm here. I try on nights when I can make dinners for them. We play little cardboard games or something together. We love to play Uno. And most recently we've gotten into Clue, but we can't really do it so much with the 2-year-old because Tyler takes all the pieces. That has been, has given me some really good tools for me to use as well. I like the points that he made, and even just, I feel like even just going on those Wednesday nights for the kids, you know, on Wednesday nights, I don't know how it is for some other people, but when I first started, I'm like, oh man, thinking about it, I gotta go somewhere on Wednesday nights or whatever. But as we've gotten into the classes and everything, the other 4 days of my week, and even on the weekend, I'm just here at the house with my kids most of the time. It gives them an opportunity to interact with other people after they get home. They look forward to it. Tristan's in the car. He's like, it's church night. We gotta go. He's all excited about it. He loves seeing like his teacher that he had for 2nd grade, and she teaches at his school. And they love that interaction going over to the church on Wednesday nights, and they always remind me. And so just the being around other adults, getting that interaction with my peers, because I don't get that anywhere else, learning with them and having something that's going to benefit my life is really important to me, and I value those classes because I don't
happy to hear that.
Any other adult interaction most of the time, except for at work, but that's kind of a more,
you're not paid to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a more structured environment, and it's like, you know, but going to those classes, learning the information and being around my peers and seeing people that, you know, are like me or, you know, in the same situations, I look forward to it on Wednesday nights because like I got something to do this week. So I feel that it has, you know, coming to Project Hope, I can, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I believed in God. I didn't really have a strong connection or like a strong relationship, and didn't, you know, I didn't pray all the time and things like that. But as I've gone further into the program and I'm seeing all these amazing things, or, you know, me kind of getting, you know, I have a car now. It's not as nice as the last car I had, but, you know, it's my car. It gets me from point A to point B, and it's been humbling in a way that I see that even if I didn't see that interaction with him before, I see that someone was looking out for me and my children in my life. And for me to come, you know, last year I had $0 in my bank account. I was borrowing $3 from my mom to go to the store, you know, whatever you can imagine. I had nothing, you know, and to go from what I didn't have last year and just in a year's time to have what I have now, just that rebuild of as far as I have come makes me feel like someone is really there for me. And I will get with my kids at night now and we'll do little prayers and just pray, or even if I'm throughout the day, I will just, you know, hey, please have this be a good day, and just send it up. And I really am starting to see those results from me believing in something. You know, I know I can't do it by myself. I would have to say hope. You know, it's giving people that knowledge, and, you know, giving you that kind of that safety net where we're gonna catch you right here where you are, and right where you are, we're gonna help you get to the next level and stand you back up, especially from someone who's fallen. And it gives you that hope to know that, hey, there, you can do this. You can learn to be self-sufficient. You can get out there back into this world, and if you take the right steps or you're more cautious, I mean, from the point where I was in my life, and I'm gonna say, you know, I'm 100,000% there, but even just with spending, things like that, I take second thoughts when I think about things. And earlier this year I wanted to lose weight. My goal was like, I gotta be 130 pounds by the time I get to 30. I didn't make that. It doesn't
That's
matter
an affirmation on your mirror, right?
Well, see,
I remember seeing that.
So it changed, not to 130 pounds to be, but to lose 30 pounds.
Good
And I
for
lost 30
you.
pounds. And I had gotten my last bonus, and I said to myself, I'm gonna buy an exercise bike and I'm gonna put it on the balcony. And I kept going to the website, I kept looking at that exercise bike, and I was like, am I gonna use this? And it was $159. And I was like, you know what? I just can't do that. So I started waking up in the morning. I do my exercises in the living room. The neighbor under me probably is having a conniption every morning. Like, what is she doing up there? And I also started running the stairs. It's free, and I was able to lose 30 pounds, and you know, up until this day is 42. But I feel like at that, and I say this to, you know, say, hey, even like back when where I was before, if I felt like getting an exercise bike, I would just go buy an exercise bike, and it probably would have sat in the corner. I never would have used it, and I probably wouldn't have lost anything. But finding another way to say, hey, you know what is free? Watching a YouTube video, you know, because you already have access to that. And
So
then
funny.
you know,
That's
running
right.
the stairs outside, because I gotta live upstairs anyway, and I don't feel like being out of breath going up them anymore. And I was able to lose 42 pounds.